All right, boys and girls, it is time for our read aloud. Now, we are talking all about things that we see in nature. What is nature? Right, that's what we see outside, out and about, not inside our house. That's not nature. Nature is full of so many wonderful things. Do you remember what mighty thing we talked about in our morning message? Yes, the mountains. Mountains are mighty because they are what? Giant, strong, and beautiful. They're majestic. They are awesome to look at. Now, this picture kind of makes mountains seem a little bit tiny, but are mountains tiny? We know that mountains are giants. Now, we are going to read a story about other giants that you see in nature. I'm just going to hold it actually, okay, so that you can see it better. Now, look at this cover. Look at that. Wow. Okay, these are some very majestic giants that you see in nature. What are some that you see so far? Yes, you're right. I see the beautiful, majestic moon and the ocean. And we're going to be looking at all of these today and talking about them throughout our week. Now, are these things that you can just see outside your house? Some of them are. Some are very beautiful things that you can see from your house, but other places you might have to travel on an airplane or in a car to go see these wonderful giants of nature, okay? So we're going to read this story. This story is called Nature's Giants. This, sorry, children, my iPad died. All right, let me, sorry. Okay, here we go. Earth is filled with wonders, large and small, from tiny sea creatures to majestic mountains. But for me, it's Earth's giants that must enthrall. Giant animals roaming on land, flying in air, swimming in the ocean. Magnificent. Can you say magnificent? Yeah, some of these giant, magnificent animals that you would see in nature are elephants, polar bears, whales, and this is a bald eagle. Giant rocks rising from the sea, forming mountain peaks, standing on the desert sand. Say, majestic. These are beautiful and majestic. Giant trees reaching for the sky, spreading mighty limbs, shading life below. Regal. Wow, this is a nature's giant too. It's so tall and beautiful. Giant ice formations stretching out of sight, floating on the sea, covering mountaintops. Splendid. Look how magnificent this iceberg is. An iceberg is a big, big piece of ice that is floating on water. You have to go somewhere where it's super cold out. It floats across the water. And these are mountains. And look, mountains have what on them? Snow. Yep, so it's cold there for the most part. Giant oceans caressing the horizon, crashing to the shore, hiding life below. Powerful. Look at these oceans. Look in the sand and the seahorse. There are many beautiful nature's giants. Giant rivers winding through the land, carrying transport, revealing beauty with every turn. So peaceful. Look at this nature's giant. This is called a river. And a river has boats that come across it. People swim in it. There's lots of fish underneath. And it goes through the trees and people's properties, their land right here. So it just floats along. Giant waterfalls tumbling over rocks, dancing through the air, plunging to the ground, resounding. Look at this waterfall. This waterfall is a nature's giant. This is so tall. It doesn't look that tall in the picture, but it is so tall. Look, if you look really closely, these are people. Let me show you. These people right here. Okay, so that shows you how large and giant this waterfall is. The giant sun lighting the day, shining through trees, warming the earth. Royal. Wow, this is a beautiful sunset. The sun is a nature's giant. We can see the sun every day. You don't have to travel for the sun. A giant moon gliding across the sky, playing hide and seek, closing the sun away. Mysterious. Look here. When does the moon come out? Yes, at nighttime when it's time to go to sleep. Huge, enormous, gigantic and tall, magnificent, majestic, regal, splendid, powerful, peaceful, resounding, royal, and mysterious. Earth's giants, one and all. The end. Yes, we have the sun and the trees, the moon and the ocean, the rocks and the waves, waterfalls and trees and rivers, icebergs, and even animals in nature. Give our story a round of applause. Very good. Now, Miss Wolashek is so curious. Have you ever been to any of these nature's giants? Have you ever seen one? Let me show you some of the ones we just talked about. I want to know if you've ever seen any of these nature's giants. Have you seen a mountain or a waterfall or an ocean or even an iceberg? These are some of nature's giants that you can travel to go see. Now, Miss Olashe has been to the mountains, a waterfall, and an ocean. I've never seen an iceberg before, but that is a place I would love to go see. So now it's your turn. I want you to tell me which one of these nature's giants would you like to go see and why?